Hello guys, it's fartnarmon, 21 years old, minion pillow. I'm a senior student studying computer science, and I hope I can share some advice on how I got my first internship in cybersecurity. I've landed a couple of internships now after trying for roughly a year, and I hope I could share that advice not only from what I've learned over my time in university, uh, but primarily I want to give you guys a degenerate approach to how to land your first internship, primarily in IT or something that's competitive. IT is my forte, though. I think I've gotten quite familiar with this field, and I hope I can give you guys some confidence in knowing that I don't really know what I'm doing in regards to all of this. I like it, um, but it's been 3.5 years, and do I feel like a senior student? I do now, and I hope I can guide you guys in that direction. But for the long while, I had no idea what I was doing. I knew I could get the degree with barely making the cutoff grades, but I knew I can get it. Um, I hope I can give you guys some information that helps. So let's run it from the top, and then I will go into sort of how I got how I got my internships, and I hope it helps. So I started off in computer science, fall of 2020. Now it's spring of 2023. I graduate next semester. Um, and why did I choose computer science? Well, again, it was 2020 when I graduated high school, and COVID had, I don't know, tossed us into lockdowns, and I was like, I'm not paying for fucking a 4-year university's tuition rate if I'm not going there. Also, I don't know what I want to do, so I decided to take community college as a means to chunk out an associate's degree, get my gen eds out of the way, but also not waste my time and try to figure out what it is I want to do. To me, and I hope this serves as a reminder, but to me, going into college, I knew that it was going to be an investment of my time. I can begin working now, or I could spend 4 years of my life to hopefully pursue something that I'm more interested in that will give me much more satisfaction and won't leave me. I don't know. My parents work these manual labor jobs, and they're like, Ryan, go to college, don't break your back, be happy and be comfortable, right? I want to make a great wage, and I don't want to retire handicapped. So yeah, when I first enrolled in my first semester at the community college, I knew I had a couple of interests: film, accounting. I like numbers and I like making shit. And then computer science was the oddball. I've always wanted to learn how to program. Why not try it at a college level, right? If anything, I'm not wasting my time. I'm still filling out requisites for the degree, the associate's degree, and I'll see if I like programming. So my first semester was with computer science. I don't know if I said that already. Fuck you. So my first semester at the community college, I decided to enroll in computer science. And I've liked it. After that semester, I realized that is what I want to do. Big mistake. I should have went into data science. I think it would have been a lot less work. Anyways, a lot less work, same job opportunities. Whatever. Regardless, I knew it was something I liked to do, and I've always wondered, how does learning this very basic iteration of this very basic low level programming of like for loops or recursive, whatever the hell terminology, computer science, how does that translate into like making Google or making websites or making apps? How does that work? So that's followed me throughout my whole education. Also, the job security seemed pretty cool. I think computers will be around until I retire, unless there is an EMT or the sun shoots a thing down cuts off all the electronics. All right, that would suck. I would lose my job then. As for film, I was actually, scoping out the workload for a film degree. My first semester, actually the summer before my first semester at the community college, this motherfucker wanted me to read and wanted me to watch black and white films every week and write 4 to 8 page papers on them. Silent films. I said, fuck that. Accounting, I think there's good accountants. I just think I'd get bored of it. I like things changing and I like making shit. Anyways, back to computer science. Let's go. So I did Calc 1, Calc 2, discrete math, all these bullshit maths, all the computer science classes my community college offered. Did them all, graduated, got into a top 10 computer science school. All right. It's pretty cool, right? Now, did my computer science program at the community college prepare me for this school? Absolutely not. Now, did this school, for the first 2 semesters I was here, teach me anything that I need to know in regards to actual development? No. It's all been theory, right? Learn these trees, learn these algorithms, learn these data structures, blah, 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 blah. I learned them. But how do I make shit? I didn't know. So it was actually when I was a sophomore. It was a sophomore going into junior year, I think. No. Junior year, first semester, junior year, going into that summer. It was my first semester here. Clarification. Sorry, I did not add this in there. My first semester here was spring of 2020. So January 2020. Now it is spring of 2023. So that's a timeline, okay? Shut up. I didn't know shit. All I knew was theories, and I'm at the fucking highest, base level CS. It's called, CS 400, Programming 3. At this school, big mistake. I had to play a lot of catch up. I wanted to drop out of the school. I wanted to transfer schools. I was like, I should not be here. I don't know shit. I survived. I had to get a 75% in the class to declare my major. It all worked out, okay? God is real. God is real. He came in clutch, bro. That shit was crazy. Sorry. So, again, this was my first semester at this college. I'm a junior. I realized that, again, it's the spring semester, okay? A year ago from when I'm recording this. February of 2022. I realized, shit, I have 2 more opportunities to find an internship. Well, let's start. For clarification, I stress the idea of an internship because I think it's pretty important to look for internships because I'm not going to be competing with all these graduates. So many people going into computer science or IT. So I felt that there was a better opportunity with internships, as well as it works well with my school schedule. I'll get some work experience and then I could go back to school. Hopefully, maybe I could blend school and part-time, maybe remote work. Whatever the workspace would offer. I don't know. It seemed like a very lenient and good learning experience for my degree. I wanted to learn more, and I wanted to learn enterprise or actual work experience programming as opposed to stupid fucking theory, man. So yeah, it seemed like a very lenient opportunity, a very good stepping stone into the workforce as opposed to graduating and then looking for work. Does that make sense? All right, back to the original topic. Well, let's start. And that was soul shattering. I'm going to be honest with you. The whole internship process was soul shattering and eye opening because I realized I didn't have the skills to meet really any of the internships. Does that make sense? And I thought to myself, man, if one of these people hire me, they are very silly. They are going to become my teachers and they're going to pay me. And it's their fault for not weeding through my bullshit. Well, turns out every person I've interviewed with was able to see through my bullshit with either technical tests or just technical like a technical gauging of me, right? Does that make sense? Like trying to, I don't know, just speak to me about programming technologies, programming languages, what's possible, yada yada. I knew none of it. Okay, I could spit theory all day, but how to put together a full stack program or what a API is, I had no idea. I had no goddamn idea, and it was humbling. It was so humbling. Um, so I got no internship that semester, and now it's a year later. I got a couple of internships, and I want to delve into what I did in that roughly half a year time, a quarter of a year. I don't know what the fuck, 75% of a year time, to make me from an unsuitable candidate, make me feel not confident in my abilities to feeling confident in my abilities. I'm sorry for the 10-minute delay here, but I hope I can relate with you and you get something out of this, okay? Because the year started 2023. Again, it started off not optimistic for potential work opportunities. Did I know what I was doing? Nope. But did I have that desire and did I have that knowledge of like people telling me, Brian, you'll learn the most when you make your own project. You'll learn the most when you make your own project. Yeah, that was there. So I had some time to kill this winter break. Um, and that's where I delved into my own personal project. I decided to make something called Quick Maps. Quick Maps is basically this Chrome extension I made where it allows you to save either destination or input address or both, and uses a bunch of Google APIs and lets you get a quick time estimation as opposed to having to copy and paste addresses and go to different browser tabs and shit. So I just want to make that quicker and easier for people, and I learned a lot. This project, I knew nothing about. Well, I knew the basics about HTML, JavaScript, CSS. I knew they tied together, but I'm like, how the fuck do I make a Chrome extension? How do I make this? How does this work? Right? I have no idea where to start. I don't know what I'm doing. Well, I think we're fortunate enough to have something called the Chat GPT, man. Right? I think it just condenses everything. It puts all this information and into something that's, I don't know how to explain it, into one place, right? And it provides you these clear, concise, quick answers with examples and all these things to help you learn and help you build your fundamentals to realize what you can do. Does that make sense? It's opened my eyes to allow me to realize that how different things interact with each other. I can imagine software architecture now. I don't need ChatGPT. I use ChatGPT to help me understand how things may work, and I continue to use it to help me understand how things may work. But I can envision much of the scope. Of course, there's some holes. I can envision how things work now. Of course, I still use ChatGPT to program. I think it's silly to not use it to program, right? Like if I want to be some old fart and just be like, oh yeah, I don't use ChatGPT. I'm way smarter than that. All right, go ahead. Spend 40 fucking hours trying to put something together. I'll spend an afternoon and I'll make it. All right, because I want to make shit. All right, I want to make the people I work for happy, as well as I want to make shit for myself. I want to learn and I want to be good at what I do. I think if you boil down programming into something very basic, right? I think one of my earlier professors have explained it as, yeah, it's really just all these for loops and shit blended together. It's nothing really special if you think about it. It's made to look special, like on the user's end. But at the end of the day, it's a lot of this low level shit tied together to make it one big functional piece of shit. I don't know how to explain it. So all the code is out there, all the logic is there. Um, it just makes it easier to get the answers to find what you need in regards to using GPT. So I don't know. I really use it to learn and to make shit and to open my scope and build my confidence in regards to what I'm able to do. I can make shit from scratch. I've with other experiences, just joining like volunteer projects, I realized that hey, these people need fixes. Okay, maybe I don't have the whole scope of the code. I can ask GPT, hey, what is a good way to think of a way to debug this? What is a good way to think of a way to fix this or solutions or yada yada? And it guides me to places to look, what to look for, how to test for bugs, how to do X, Y, and Z. It's such a fast it's such an efficient teacher, right? You got to put in the work to uh, you know, find those things, find things you want to make. But once you start doing that, you'll realize that I don't know how to explain it. Humbly speaking, it's very doable. What seemed very non doable a year ago, or the 3.5 years I've been going to school, now seems possible, right? It's I can envision things, and things may take longer than others, but I have an idea of what's going on. And during interviews now, my interviewers see that. So I want to add another point. I've mentioned this again. I mentioned this prior, but I want to delve into it. It's such an efficient teacher. I can't express that enough. You have questions and you have topics, and specifically like IT for me. This is what I'm exposed to. I don't know how other ones are. I know I've tried to use it for math and it sucked, but with programming, it's pretty spot on, especially with like logic and theory. I don't know. So I took a right turn away from software development, or maybe a branch from software development, and I delved into cybersecurity. I found it very, very interesting. I'm like, because when I was working on my Chrome extension, I'm like, shit, some bad actor could steal my API key, fucking use my API key for their shit. Hell no, I'm not making that happen. So I found a way to work around that. No one can steal my API key anymore. God damn it, no one can. Um, but I learned a lot of very interesting topics, and I've learned different attacks and yada yada. You can learn. You just have to take the initiative and explore things. You have to. I don't know. It still takes some work, but it's a lot quicker and it's a lot clearer, and it's possible, right? Anyways, so after a couple of projects I've made during the start of this year, 2023, I felt confident in my abilities, right? Can I have a conversation about architecture? Can I have a conversation about databases, softwares, languages? I don't know. I kind of understand how the computer thinks now, right? Now that I've exposed myself to this, I wouldn't even have to make projects per se. I would recommend you make projects just because it's like doing math, right? You can look at math problems, you can look at how they're solved, but if you don't practice, you won't really get better. Does that make sense? It's really a thing built by practice. So come interviews, that confidence, and just that understanding, even not even insurmountable to like the interviews, but like delving into things I found interesting to add on to the conversation. Like they would speak of like for instance, my first internship that I landed this summer, for this summer, was a software development and business relations internship for a water purification company that does 5 billion in sales. Okay, and it was just my confidence. It was because I showed documentation. It wasn't, they didn't care about my projects. They just cared that I showed, hey, this function does this. I explained it in ways that a non-programmer would understand. I don't know how to explain it, but it's like I showed that I took initiative, or I was passionate about this, and I don't know. I felt like I did the bare minimum in regards to personal projects and just like learning, and I was just passionate about what I spoke about. And they're like, oh, this guy cares. He's young. He's gonna graduate soon. Oh, wait a minute. What? He's in college. He cares about this. He likes what I'm talking about. Oh, he wants to work with us after he graduates. He doesn't see this as a one-time thing. He likes programming and he likes learning, and he knows he knows some things. I'm gonna take a shot on this guy. I'm gonna do it. Hey, HR, send Brian an offer. Let's get him for the summer. I don't know. My interviews, specifically the non-technical ones, I don't care about technical interviews. I know I could do fucking programming. Humbly speaking, I know I could fucking program. I don't care about a test, about a stupid fucking algorithm. Okay, so I don't do those. All right, I'm done with them. I don't care about them. You want me to write a stupid algorithm that's the most efficient to sort your stupid data? I can figure that out on the job. Okay, I can figure out which algorithm is most efficient for your fucking stupid case scenario. I don't care about those. Okay, if you're not gonna hire me because of that, because of my resume and the abilities I demonstrate and speak of during our interview, I don't give a fuck. All right, fuck you. If you're gonna determine my skill based on a stupid algorithm test, I don't care. I'm not gonna work for you. I hate you. But yeah, there's so many opportunities. You don't have to take a stupid fucking skill interview test. You don't have to cram stupid study sets and all that shit. I don't know. I got a cybersecurity internship parallel to that software development and business relations job. I work for an insurance company now. Just because I had an interest and I did my own projects and I was able to hold a conversation and interest in this topic. I knew it was something I liked because I took the initiative. I spent maybe a few weeks, a couple of hours over a few weeks to learn some big words, how things may work, whatever the fuck. And they hired me. I tied my theory into practical skill. I'm like, oh, wait, no, probably isn't a good idea to get into local storage. It's probably not a good idea for people to get API keys. It's probably not a good idea for this to happen. Well, how do we fix that? What are possible solutions? I don't know. It's a conversation I had. If you're able to hold a conversation, you know some shit. You show that you want to. You show that you want to learn, and you take some initiative to actually learn and smash that like doubt that might be in your mind that you can't do this. In taking the initiative to fucking make shit and learn and make projects. I don't know how to explain it. You can start. You can make things. Everything is in ChatGPT. If you want to make a project and you don't have an idea, ask it. Say, hey, ChatGPT, I don't know where to start for personal projects. Can you give me a couple of ideas on some things I could do to help me learn full scope or full stack programming? And it'll give you them. And then you could go, sweet, that sounds like a great idea. Let me tie my own idea on top of that. All right, ChatGPT, here's your idea, mixed with my idea. How do we make that? Tell me where to start. And go from there. It's learning is a lot easier when it's something you like to do. I like making shit. I like making shit to make people's lives easier, and that is what I set out to do with projects I'm making now. I have a great time doing it too, and I can speak to people about programming. I can think things through like a programmer now. I feel so confident in my abilities, and humbly speaking, I still have a lot of fucking learning to do, but I feel like I can do it, right? I feel like I can achieve the bare minimum, which is very, very relieving. And it reflects in the fact that I have been given internships. Does that make sense? I guess that's my validation. I don't know. There's a stark difference between me a year ago and me now, where I feel so confident. And during these interviews, these people are even like, yeah, we would love to have you on as a part of the team. On my final round of interviews, we would love to have you on as part of the team. So we hope to see you soon if you say yes. Shit like that. I don't know. It's possible. I just want to reiterate. I really don't feel smart. Does that make sense? I the whole time I've been a student, I don't feel smart. I never felt better than anyone. I always was like, damn, these people are way ahead of me. Fuck. How am I gonna get a job? This shit's bullshit. Uh, but I don't know. That doubt, that disbelief in yourself, something, to speak bluntly, is something you have to tackle. You have to, if school's not teaching you, learn, right? The degree helps you get eyes, but if you can't do the job, um, I don't know who's going to hire you. Maybe some people will if you have proper connections, and I know maybe in the job force it's a lot easier. But if you don't feel confident and you can't do it, my biggest recommendation to you, from someone who was in that point and didn't have much time, is to use GPT, make some projects, and I make one project even. My fucking quick maps was so good. It was so, I don't know how to explain it. I spent like 2 weeks, a week, and not much time allocated each day. Just being like, yeah, cool, I'm learning, cool. And it made things awesome. I don't know how to explain it. It made me so much more confident. These things are possible. Summer break is coming up. Uh, School is fucking finishing. I don't know. There should be a lot more free time coming up, whenever it may be. But if you don't feel confident, I recommend you tackle it by taking the initiative to learn, to teach yourself the things school may not be teaching you, uh, and work on something that you enjoy working on. And for me, making my own things is what I like to do. So I'll recommend that 100 times over. Make your own shit, right? Think of something that might be cool, and make it. Specifically with IT. I don't know about other things again. I don't know about other shit. But just take the initiative. Again, take the initiative. Teach yourself. And I promise, people will notice. Thank you, and I wish you all well. You're not stupid. School, I think, or my school, maybe yours too, if you're watching this video, does not particularly do a great job in teaching you full stack development, how to tie everything together to get you ready for the workforce. At least mine didn't. I knew a lot of this bullshit, but I didn't know how to tie it into something that made me feel confident for the workforce. So I know you could do it if you've made it far into your CS degree, far into your IT degree. You have the fucking wherewithal. You have the basic information known to speak to a stupid robot for guidance and to pull things together. If you don't know things, ask the robot. It'll tell you. And it's a robot. It doesn't have feelings. So scream at it. Do whatever the fuck you want with it. You'll be good. I believe in you. You can do it. And this is going to sound corny as ever, but if I could do it, me, I'm not smart. Okay? I'm persistent, but I'm not smart. If I can do it, I know a lot of you are a league smarter than me, and you can do it yourself. I wish you all the best in your IT or whatever department you're going into, internship field. I wish you well in that journey, and I wish you well post-grad. And the fact that you're watching this video means you're probably taking some initiative to make sure you succeed post-grad. So good on you, and you could do it. It's very, very possible, and now is probably the best time to be a student, right? All right, I'll quit rambling. Thank you for watching. I hope you have a great day. Goodbye.